Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick little video here with my Galaxy S4 on Android 4.3 just because I just did a video made a gaming comparison, the iPhone 5 versus the iPhone 4 and just I was curious how they were performing in the latest games, and I was actually surprised in how good the iPhone 4 still is in terms of a lot of new high-end games. Like Real Racing 3 was actually performing very good. Asphalt 7 could have performed a lot better. It was a little bit slow FPS over there though. Most Wanted, perfect. The Need for Speed game, one of the latest Need for Speed games. Modern Combat, also very heavy game with a lot of graphical things going on. Infinity Blade also works perfectly without any major issues. Of course, it wasn't as good FPS as you would get on the iPhone 5, but it was still very good performance there. If you do compare against the quality of the apps that you can get sometimes in the App Store, that usually they don't have the same amount of quality to them. But yeah, I'm running here, of course, the Google edition here on my Galaxy S4, which if we go and take a look here, this is of course the latest iOS 7 beta 3, which I made already 4 reviews of. But how does the iOS 7 beta 3 stacks up against the phones like the iPhone? Well, overall it is very similar in terms of UI. I mean, Apple hasn't made any revolutionary new changes in the new iOS 7. Especially the beta 3 has a lot of bug fixes and updates, and of course one of the things that is making the iPhone 5 stand out a little bit compared to the iPhone 4 is that it has Siri and it is more transparent. You can see now that this is one of the new big things with iOS 7, this new control center. You swipe it up. You can see that this one isn't that super much transparent at all when you swipe it up like that, which is a little bit boring over there. But then, of course, when we compare it here against Android versus the Google edition here on my Galaxy S4, you can see that when I do things like when I swipe down, I don't have any transparency over here. When I bring up the app drawer as well, I don't have any transparency over here. Of course, I can download an app and it can do that for me. And also, if there will be a way to jailbreak iOS 7, of course, you'll probably be able to bring on some more transparency to the iPhone 4 as well. But yeah, we'll definitely see what's going to happen over there. Of course, with iOS 7 here, we can still only have apps here on the home screens, which is still a little bit boring, where we can have cool things like we can have widgets and yeah, we can have widgets here in Android. So you can see I have a widget over here. I have a search widget up there at the top in the stock version of Android here, Android 4.3, which is actually always there when I want to search for something, which is very nice. And of course I can also hold in the menu key just for, no, wait a sec, maybe I can't do that. No, I can't do that because I'm having the Google edition here. But if I want to do a search here with Google now, I can just hold in, I think, wait a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, you just hold in the home button over there, and then you can do things like set an alarm and do more voices and stuff, like set alarm at 5 p.m.
Setting alarm.
Now, of course, these like voices and things, usually you can do that with, of course, iOS. But just because I'm having the iPhone 4 here, not the iPhone 4S, not the iPhone 5, I don't get Siri. So let's see here. I do know there's one kind of voice slow thing that you do get, but I don't think you can do cool things like that, of course, on the iPhone 4, and that of course could be a little bit boring here. You can also see that when we swipe down like this, it's not as transparent as the iPhone 5, but then of course we don't get any transparency over here overall. Apple focus over here when you swipe down, they do focus here on a calendar, which you have over here, and you can see that it's a little bit laggy here when we go inside the menus, and that's also something that you will see overall in the UI on the iPhone 4, especially when you go in and out of apps. You will see that kind of like lag performance compared here, especially against the Galaxy S4. So if you want to multitask here, we can just double tap on both and see the kind of apps that we have open up. And it could be a little bit slow here to react, especially on the new beta 3. Sometimes it doesn't really seem to respond. Let's see here if we can just fire up some apps. You can see that when I go in and out of apps, it could be really slow before it reacts. So let's see here, double tap. You can see this is the new, of course, this is the new multitasking UI that you do get in the new iOS 7. Something, both a flaw here in the stock version of Android in Android 4.3 and in iOS 7, I think, is that you don't have one button to close all of the apps. I would love to just have one button to close everything that I have open up, but now I just have to continue to swipe. One cool thing here with Android 4.3 is that you can swipe both directions. Here you can use swipe up. Not, of course, a super big deal. And this control center, which you can swipe here, you also do have an access to that. Of course, used here on the lock screen if you want to. And of course, these are some toggles here like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and brightness light and stuff that we've been having in Android for years. And in stock version here, you can just swipe down like that and tap on that button, or you can do a 2-finger swipe from the top, and then you will get access to some quick toggles here. Even though I think it's better in the stock version or in the Galaxy S4 that you buy in a store when you get Samsung's own TouchWiz, because then you get a ton of more toggles. You can do some cool things with your hands. You can, where you don't even have to touch the display. So in that way, I definitely do enjoy TouchWiz and Samsung's own kind of apps that they do have available. Also, if you look at the lock screen features here, I can definitely do more videos comparing like specific things. But over here on the lock screen, we do have one in terms of apps that you can load up. You can load up the camera here pretty quick on the iPhone 4 because it does have that option, and this is the new camera app in case you haven't seen it. This new square mode, I think that is for like Instagram pictures, which is very nice. You can't take panorama pictures here with the iPhone 4 as you can with the new iPhone and such. Let's see here. You can see that sometimes you really will get some lag here. When I did use the iPhone 4S, or the iPhone 4 I mean, you can see it's on the iPhone 4 here. When I did use it once, when I was in the lock screen, I couldn't unlock it, so I had to reboot it. But then, of course, this is just the beta, so it might get updated and improved in future updates. So you can quickly launch the camera there, but that's about the only app that you can launch quickly from the lock screen. Where over here, you can first quickly just have a lock screen widgets. So you can see I could quickly swipe over here to load up the camera app over here. And of course, the camera app in Android will have a ton of more features that you can just swipe here in this cool menu to enable and disable stuff, which is pretty awesome. And then also you can access more stuff here on the lock screen. Like if you swipe one direction here, we can add more things here that we can get a quick access to. I would suggest that messaging would probably be very nice if you want to have a quick access to that on the lock screen, even though I think that Apple has kind of like a similar feature to that as well. I also might do like a browser comparison, especially with the iPhone 4, to see how that one is rendering stuff in terms of its speed, if it really is a difference, because I mean, do you really need that extra power that you do get inside of the S4 compared to the iPhone 4? Really good question here. If you want to search, of course, on the iPhone 4, what you can do now is, of course, they have removed this feature that you can swipe to the left to search, so you have to swipe down like this. And it doesn't have as cool graphics as you would get on the iPhone 4S and on the iPhone 5. But it still works. You can see it's a little bit slow here. You can see that also the keyboard, it's not transparent. It's not as cool and interesting like that, but it still works pretty good. Okay, maybe this is some kind of glitch. Yes, it could be some kind of search glitch because it didn't seem to be live updating. It should kind of like live update when I'm trying to do a search there. So that could be a little bit disappointing. You can see here when I'm going inside of the menus that, of course, is not super smooth. but not super bad either. Let's also take a quick little look here. You can see that I do have a live wallpaper here, like a bubble wallpaper, and it seems like Apple also do like those kind of bubble live wallpapers, because if you go here to if you quickly check that out, you can see that you get kind of two, you don't get any live wallpapers here on the iPhone 4. You do get these kinds of still pictures though. But that thing and the thing that Apple is removing a lot of those cool transparency things that you would get in a newer iPhone. Of course, they're doing that so the phone doesn't get too much slow to not even be able to use it. It's already starting to get a little bit slow here, and I mean that's kind of like what we should be able to expect from a phone that is starting to get kind of old here. 2010, that's a long time ago, but it still performs pretty good here, especially in gaming, and I can maybe do a gaming test here comparing it against the Galaxy S4. That would definitely be a lot of fun, and I'll see what I can do about that. But if you want to see any specific comparison or something, please let me know about that, and I will see what I can do. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Yeah, peace out.